Good morning, dear students. In today's class, we are going to see about the modal noise, overall fiber dispersion, polarization mode dispersion, and birefringence. First, we can see about the modal noise. So, here this modal noise is a major problem which we encounter when we are using the lasers with multi-mode fibers. So, this type of phenomena is called as modal noise. That is, it's a major problem when we are encountering that when we are using laser with multi-mode fibers, it will produce some distortion. That distortion is called as modal noise. Modal noise is unlike most noise in the electronic world in that it does not come from outside the system. Rather, modal noise is a distortion of the signal caused by the channel itself and interacting with the signal in such a way as to produce random fluctuation in signal power at the receiver. So, in many circumstances, this can be a serious effects of the signal to noise performance of the communication link. So here this modal noise is a distortion mechanism occurring in multimode fiber and other waveguide in which the signal is spread in time because the propagation velocity of the optical signal is not same for all the nodes. So it produces some, or we can observe some speckle patterns in multimode fibers as fluctuation which have the characteristics times longer than the resolution time of the detector. So this speckle means a mark with large number of small spots or patches of colors, right? It will be looking like a small dot like structure, and it is also known as speckle noise. So this type of noise, this dot type of noise is also known as speckle noise. So here this modal noise occurs when the value of delta, here we have delta f, right? So the value of delta f is very greater than or of 1 by delta t. So where this delta f is the source frequency width and delta t is the delay difference. So now we can see the condition, right? So condition to occur modal noise. So at whatever condition this modal noise occur means when you are applying a coherent source with a narrow spectral width and a long coherence length. Second one, disturbance along the fiber which gives a differential mode delay or a modal and spatial filtering. Again, phase correlation between the nodes. So these are the condition occurring in the modal noises. Next, we can see the modal noise, maybe how we can avoid this modal noises, right? So we have to avoid this modal noises. So this is one type of distortion. So how we can avoid this type of distortion means by using the broad spectrum source in order to eliminate the modal interference effect by increasing the width of the signal longitudinal mode and hence decreasing its concurrence time, or by increasing the number of longitudinal mode and averaging out of the interference pattern. So this is the one way, right? So we have to increase the broad spectrum source so that we can eliminate the modal interference, right? Or we have to increase the width of the longitudinal mode and hence by decreasing the coherence time. So this is the first method. We have to eliminate the modal noise. The second one is we have to have large numerical aperture support. So this we have to use a large numerical aperture so that it will support the transmission of large number of modes, giving a greater number of speckles and hence reduce the modal noise, generating the effect of individual speckles. Next, third one is we have to use a single mode fiber which does not support the transmission of different modes and thus there is no intermodal interference will occur, right? So the first one is how we can eliminate the modal noise. The first one is we have to use the broad spectral source in order to eliminate the modal interference or by increasing the width of the single longitudinal mode, right? Second one is we have to use large numerical aperture and third one is we have to use the single mode fiber. So next, the fourth one is the removal of disturbances along the fiber to shifting speckle pattern introduced by mechanical vibration and fiber disalignment, right? So how we can remove this means by using the mechanical vibration and fiber misalignment. Now next we can see about the overall dispersion in the optical fiber. So when we calculate the overall dispersion of the fiber, that can be calculated by sigma t is equal to root of sigma c squared plus sigma n square, where the sigma c is the intramodal dispersion or broadening, or we can say this intermodal dispersion is otherwise known as chromatic dispersion, and sigma n is the intermodal dispersion or a broadening. So if you have an idea about the intermodal dispersion and intramodal dispersion, then the total dispersion can be calculated by sigma t is equal to sigma c square plus sigma n square. Here this value sigma c is this nothing but chromatic broadening or intermodal dispersion, or sigma n is the intermodal dispersions, right? So next we can see about the polarization mode fiber. So this polarization mode is otherwise known as PMD. Here this PMD stands for polarization, P stands for polarization, M stands for mode, and D stands for dispersion. So here dispersion means different traveling speed, right? So here we have the what we can how we can represent the dispersion means for different traveling speed, which is also known as arrival at different time, right? So dispersion is nothing but different traveling time or travel at different times. So therefore this PMD means different traveling speed of different polarization modes of a light path. So this is called polarization, right? Mode dispersion. Next we can see what do you mean by polarization mode. So here this figure, right? So this figure shows that standard pulse, it seems like a single pulse, right? So this is the standard pulse and it seems like a single pulse. So whereas this here we have this figure, right? So this figure shows two single modes which are 90-degree perpendicular to each other. We call them as orthogonal, right? So let us see the cross-sectional view of the fiber. So this is a cross-sectional view of the fiber. The electrical field vector. So here we have the electrical field vector. The electrical field vector is a polarization direction which light passes, right? So but it can be decomposed into two perpendicular polarization. So here we have two perpendicular polarization mode, one at 0 degree, right? One at 0 degree and other, so here one at 0 degree and other is 90 degree, right? So here we have the electrical field vector. So it is a polarization direction which light passes, and it can be decomposed into two, right? It can be decomposed into two perpendicular polarization mode. So this polarization mode is divided into or decomposed into two perpendicular modes. One is at 90 degree and other one is at 0 degree. So the light pulse can have a polarization at any angle, right? So this light can have a polarization at any angle, but it can be always be decomposed to two orthogonal polarization mode. So for example, for an ideal perfect optical fiber, these two modes, right? So here we have one mode as 90 degree and other mode as 0 degree. So these two modes travel at the same speed. So there is no PMD, right? So if these two modes are traveling in a same speed, so there is no PMD. So what do you mean PMD? So PMD is that is, it stands for polarization mode dispersion, right? So different traveling speed, which is also known as arrival at different times. So that is called PMD, right? So now, but in the real world, there are many imperfections in the fiber. We know, right? There are different types of losses. So in the real world, there are many imperfections in the fiber that causes the two modes to travel at different speed. So here we will occur PMD, right? So once again, I'll repeat this. So here we have considering a, let us consider the cross-sectional view of this fiber, right? So here the electrical field vector of the polarization direction which light passes, but it can be decomposed into two perpendicular polarization. One is at 0 degree and other one is at 90 degree. The light pulse can have polarization at any angle, right? So this light pulse can have a polarization at any angle, but it can always be decomposed into two orthogonal polarization mode. So for an ideal perfect optical fiber, these two modes travel at the same speed. So there is no no dispersion, right? No PMD. PMD is nothing but polarization mode dispersion. But in the real world, there are many imperfections in the fiber that causes the two modes to travel at different speed. So there we will occur a PMD, right? So next we can see how the polarization dispersion looks like. So this picture shows the actual PMD in the fiber, right? It will be looking like this. A light pulse, here we have the light pulse. So the light pulse is generated and coupled into the fiber. So imperfection, so here we have imperfection in the fiber. So imperfection in the fiber causes PMD, that is polarization mode dispersion. So at the end of the fiber, so here this is the end of the fiber. So at the end of the fiber, this two orthogonal, here we have two orthogonal modes, right? Polarization mode. So at the end of this fiber, this two orthogonal polarization mode arrive at different speeds. Look here, it was traveling the same speed. Due to this imperfections in the fiber, this at the end of the fiber, it will reach at a different times. So the time difference is called as differential group delay. So this phenomena is called PMD, that is polarization mode dispersion. Once again I will repeat. So here a light pulse is generated and coupled into the fiber due to imperfections in the fiber, right? Here we have some imperfections in the fiber. So due to this imperfections in the fiber, it will cause us a PMD. So at the end of the fiber, so this is the end of the fiber. This two orthogonal, here we have two orthogonal polarization mode. So these two orthogonal polarization mode will arrive at different times. So the time difference is called as a differential group delay. So this phenomena is called PMD, right? So next we can see what do you mean by birefringence, right? So if the fiber has two polarization mode to travel at different speeds, then we can say the fiber has birefringence, right? Sorry, birefringence. So what is birefringence means? Birefringence is a optical property of a material having a refractive index of refraction changes with the polarization state of input light. So there are many things in the fiber that causes birefringence, such as here we have fiber core stress, right? Cladding uncertainty, again fiber twist, fiber stress, fiber bend, etc. So in the real world, there are always birefringence existing in the fiber that causes PMD, right? So if the fiber has two polarization mode to travel at different speeds, then we can say the fiber has birefringence. So what is birefringence means? It's an optical property of a material having the refractive index of the refraction changes with the polarization state of the input light. So depending upon the input light, the refractive index gets changes, right? So there are many things in the fiber that causes birefringence, that is due to core stress, again fiber twist, cladding uncertainty, again fiber stress, fiber bend, etc. So next we can see about the pulse broadening caused by PMD. So what kind of effect that PMD can have a high speed fiber optic communication system is that the main effect of PMD causes is pulse broadening. We know the main thing for the dispersion is pulse broadening, right? So if there is no PMD in the fiber, right? So here we have two orthogonal mode. So if there is no PMD in the fiber, these two orthogonal polarization modes arrive at the same time, right? So when these two modes added together, we still get the same pulse. If these two are added together, we will get the same pulse as the original input, right? So if there is no PMD, PMD means pulse broadening dispersion. If there is no PMD in the fiber, right, we are sending these two orthogonal polarization mode. These two orthogonal polarization mode arrive at the same speed at the end of the fiber. So when these two modes added together, we still get the same pulse at the original input, right? So, but if there is a PMD, PMD means polarization mode dispersion, these two modes will arrive at different times. That is, these two modes are traveling in a fiber, so there occur a PMT means it will be getting the output like these two signals are added, we will be getting the output like this. So when they are added together, you will get a pulse that is broadened in time but with lower peak power. So here the peak power is like this one, right? So here it will reduces like this. So let us check out two high speed fiber. Here we have two high speed fiber optic system. One is 2.5 gigahertz system and other one is 10 gigabits per second system. So one has lower speed and one has higher speed, right? So they both have the same different pulses as input as shown, that is 1101001. In the 2.5 gigabits per second system, these pulses are well separated in time, right? That is 11011. But in the 10 gigabits per second system, these pulses are much more closer to each other. Here the pulses are closer to each other in time. So after the pulses is traveled at a certain length of the fiber which has PMD, let's compare these two output, right? Let's compare the output of these two systems. In 2.5 gigabits per system, the pulses are broadened in time, right? So the pulses are broadened in time. These pulses have lower power peak, but they can still distinguish as the original pulses. Here we have 110, right? So here also we have the power level is reduced, but 1101001, right? So it can distinguish the original pulses 1101001. However, in the 10 gigabits per second, here we have 10 gigabits per second. Since the pulses are much closer, here the pulses are much closer in time, the pulses are broadened and interfered, right? Both are interfered to each other badly. So they cannot be no longer recognized as the original digital signals. So these signals, this type of signal is called as bit error. So PMT causes so many bit errors, that is its efficiency is severely affected, right? So when we are sending these two signals, two orthogonal signals to the optical fiber, right? So when we are adding these two signals, if there is no PMD, it will be getting the output like this, right? So if PMD occurs in the fiber, we will be getting the power level reduces, or we will be getting the pulses as broadened, right? So here I have given some an animated video for the pulse mode dispersion. Please go through that video. Thank you, students.